First you're going to slide in the bigger section. That side will always stay the same. As I let go you see the shape it takes. Then you have to bend it by hand and put it in the different grooves. The lowest one is level 1, then you have level 2, and then you have level 3, which is the highest. I tend to keep this on the middle groove, which is labelled as level 2. In the description it has this labelled as beginner, moderate and experienced. You can start off with level 1 and work your way up from there, but I felt like level 1 didn't feel like much of a curve, so I tend to keep it on level 2. The reason I bought it was to try and improve my lower back pain and see if it'll improve my posture. This is the information that comes with the back stretcher. I'll also leave links and information in the description below for you to check that out, which will show you more pictures and details. Now the first way you're shown how to do this is to lay directly on the device and then lower your back so it lays on top of the back stretcher like so. You may find lying down on the back stretcher this way and getting off of it is quite difficult. This is on the middle setting, level 2. You can keep your knees bent or keep your legs straight, or even extend your arms. You'll see which feels most comfortable for you. Another way to get off the back stretcher is to extend your hips with your knees bent and slide the stretcher out. Then you can lie back down and sit yourself up, or roll over to your front and get onto your knees from there. So the second way to get onto the back stretcher is to lay on the floor next to it and then slide it under your back. Then slowly lower your back onto the back stretcher and adjust it where it feels comfortable. If you lay on the back stretcher as it shows you how to do it, you'll end up sticking out your rib cage as your ribs will be positioned at the highest point of the curve. And to remove it again, you can bend your knees, bring up your hips and slide out the back stretcher. In the description it says you can lie on this for 5 to 10 minutes. Other videos I saw said from 3 minutes to 5 minutes, so I tend to go with 5 minutes. Now as I have lower back issue, I have the lower part of my back, which is in line with your belly button, at the top of the curve on the back stretcher, so your lower back is at the highest point of the curve. Now I'll show you what the highest setting looks like on level 3, which gives the back stretcher the biggest curve. But for me, level 3 feels like too much of a curve. And here I'll show you what level 3 looks like, and you'll see the way that it curves the body. But this position is really uncomfortable. This will be a height that I won't use or that I work up to. Now we'll take a look at setting 1, which is set at the lowest curve. Here I lay down next to the back stretcher and get on the same way. With my knees bent, lift up the hips, position the back stretcher underneath. I'm going to have my lower back where my belly button is at the top of the curve, and I aim to lay there for 5 minutes. Now I found after laying on the back stretcher for long periods of time, it feels difficult to lift up your legs and slide out the back stretcher, so the easiest way I found is just to roll off the back stretcher sideways and then bring your body up to your knees. You'll realise which one works best for you. If it's your first time getting on the back stretcher, it might be worth having a second person with you just to help you position the back stretcher, check your position and help you get off the back stretcher if you need assistance. Now I'll show you what the back stretcher looks like when I use it at home. This first way will show you it stretching the middle part of my back as it shows you how to do it, which will stick out the ribs. Now I'm going to reposition the back stretcher so that the lower part of my back is at the highest point of the curve, which will be somewhat in line with your belly button, and this is what that looks like. This is the most comfortable position for me, and here's how easy it is to adjust to any other height. I'll show you again what it looks like at level 1. For me this doesn't feel like much of a curve when you actually lay on it, but it is worth starting with this position to see how this feels for you. This is level 1, this is level 2, and this is at level 3. When I lay on the back stretcher with bare skin, you can see marks on my back as I roll off. If my back's too sensitive on lifting my legs up and sliding the back stretcher out, I will just simply roll off of the back stretcher onto my front and then work my way up to my knees. I find this reduces the pain when getting off. Now if you want to attach this to a chair to maintain a good posture while sitting down, you're going to feed this strap through the 2 holes, pull the strap for about half and half, place it onto your chair and feed the strap through the buckle at the back. It's going to look something like this. Depending on the style of chair that you're using, I could have just wrapped this strap around 2 of the wooden posts in the middle of the chair, which would have kept the back stretcher pulled a bit tighter to the chair. But worst case, going around the whole chair, it's going to look like this. Getting on and off is fine, It just feels it gives you a little bit of support while sitting down, which keeps your back upright. I feel like I'm getting a bit of support. Thanks for watching. I'll leave links and information in the description below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.